Welcome back, everyone. Hey, we're playing some World of Warships, and I'm in my Tier 5 Omaha in a Tier 5 standard battle. I really wish I could find a way to speed up the replays in this so we could get to the action a little bit faster, but for the moment, hey, let's go roam around a little bit. Talk about this cool little ship. So the Omaha, it is, I think it's overshadowed a bit by its gun-based counterparts, the St. Louis at Tier 3 and the Cleveland at Tier 6. But in between the two, you got the Tier 4 Phoenix and the Tier 5 Omaha, which actually are two variations of essentially the exact same ship. And these are light cruisers that are fast, pretty well armed. They got a whole bunch of 6-inch guns studded all over them, and they also come with racks of torpedo tubes, which is actually rather surprising. Most American ships do not, most American cruisers, I should say, do not bother torpedo tubes. The only two that do are the Phoenix and the Omaha, which means that in some ways they actually play like a really large destroyer with particularly lethal guns. But it also has torpedoes, so it also has the option of trying to just remove particularly battleships and things, very large ships, right out of the game with a single concentrated broadside of torpedoes. Now I'm doing right here is I've seen aircraft coming in. This thing has an okay AAA armament, so I'm trying to guess where those torpedo bombers are going. I'm going to try and get near that ship so I can shoot some of them down and try and minimize the amount of damage my battleships are going to take from those aircraft. They start possible, of course, they're also coming for me, but it doesn't seem right somehow. So there we are, group of 4 torpedo bombers coming in. Hey, we're starting to shoot stuff down. Unfortunately, that was a fighter. I really need to kill torpedo bombers. And oh crap, St. Louis! Brakes. Bounce off a little bit. Now it damages both a little bit, but hopefully nothing too serious. Anyways, unfortunately, that meant I lost my run. Those torpedo bombers, and they just got a torpedo into one of my battleships. But luckily, it was only one. Sadly, one of our destroyers just exploded, salvoed down by an enemy. I think it was an enemy destroyer. Hit it, scored a devastating strike, and a detonation. He just hit the guy's magazine and just blew him out of the way with one salvo. Poor guy. Alright, well now I've turned back around. I'm looking for targets again, while also still trying to stay within nearby my battleships. Because the Omaha early on is really a very nasty support ship. You look for opportunities to do some damage, while staying close up to your battleships that you can protect them from aircraft and destroyer attack. At least that's the plan. But of course the battleships are wandering off southeast, one's going northwest, and I'm sitting here all focused up on this cruiser like a moron. That's alright, right? Ooh, cruiser. Now, of course, the first broadside. I put this thing's foolish around this, so I think he's not moving. But as you can see, they're falling well to his right. So we adjust and fire another salvo. Oops, that's a battleship. Well, it's a hopefully armor piercing. If I hit him in the if I hit him in the not the Citadel, if I hit his upper racks, I might be able to hurt him a little bit. But yeah, wow, I actually got some damage in because I hit a more lightly armored part of his ship. Unfortunately, he's noticed me. Matter of fact, all of these ships have noticed me, and it's about to get really exciting. You know, that's a lot of shell fire coming in. Oh, full evasive, full evasive. Good thing with the Omaha, it does have a really good rudder turn time and a good speed, so I'm sitting here just putting the shells back at these guys while constantly zigzagging. Yeah, there's a weird clipping going on here. It's for sure a replay thing, because that wasn't happening during the actual match. Yep, turn, do not let them get a solid shot at you. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here like, yum, and the cruiser going in a straight line, we'll just pound him a bit. Uh-oh. Dive bombers coming in. That's not so good. Another salvo in on this cruiser. And hope they're not gunning for me. Nope, they are. That one salvo bomb's just missed. Oh, that one actually got a hit in and I'm on fire. Well, far away from the enemy, I don't think I'm going to be in danger of being torpedoed or set on fire again, so we're going to...
Problem solved, sir!
Fix it and turn around and continue putting shells at the nearest enemy cruiser. That was a poorly aimed salvo. But it hits him anyways. What? No, hits him anyways. Yay! So we'll just keep around pummeling this poor... Is that a Dresden? I think it's one of the new German cruisers. But I've noticed our cruisers have gone north. Their battleship is gone. He's turned south, and they're all running into a group of battleships and cruisers, and I'm just not interested in that fight, so I do what damage I can while running away. And that's when, suddenly, one of the greatest threats on the team shows up. It's a destroyer! That's a ship I want to shoot at. There he is. Yeah, you get some weird replay glitches right here. Sorry about that. But yeah, let's see. Oof, just missed him, so I adjust the aim a little bit. Throw another salvo in front of him. But he is zigzagging and moving like a beast he is. It's being really tricky to guess where to shoot in order to score hits on him. I'm also zigzagging because I know I'm probably still within range of those battleships up in the north. I don't really want to give them an easy shot. Destroyer pops his smoke screen to try and protect himself. Most of our remaining fleet at this point is all gunning for that destroyer because he's getting pretty close to our battleships. He's actually within launch range of his torpedoes right now. I really hope they're taking evasive maneuvers. The enemy carrier is sending in torpedo bombers to try and deal with those battleships as well, so all we can do at this point is close in. Oh, there's 2 destroyers down there. Both the enemy destroyers are down there, so those are priority targets. Oh, there goes one. Awesome. Reload the armor piercing. There's a cruiser up ahead, and that's something I can tear apart with armor piercing shells. Once I get range here, I start looking for a shot. There's any battleship back there as well. Not so interested in fighting with that, but ooh, is that another Omaha? It's another Omaha. Well, he is sailing straight, and he's probably going for a torpedo run on those battleships. First salvo a little bit behind him, so we adjust aim just a little bit. And the next one looks like it's going to be much more successful. And we'll just keep adjusting aim a little bit. We're trying to get hits in his citadel, of course, to put him out of his misery as quickly as we can, kind of like that. And down he goes. Sweet. This Langley's doing it right. He's sailing in the middle of the battle line, basically daring the other team to shoot him if they dare, and ignore all the other ships nearby. Now there's the Wondering Age destroyer, and that is a priority target. So, turn in his direction, begin the pursuit. Because I gotta keep him away from my battleships and my carrier if I'm gonna stand any chance whatsoever of fighting the 3 enemy battleships on the other team. The St. Louis here. St. Louis is here. He's helping me shoot this guy as well. I'm trying very hard not to run into him, while still putting effective shots on this destroyer. He doesn't say anything a lot of short captains do when they're in trouble. He pops the smoke screen and starts running. Can't really blame him. Usability is a destroyer's best friend. Yeah. And he succeeds. He pops the smoke screen and he manages to vanish. I'm just zigzagging here in case I think it's a Japanese destroyer, so I'm there like, just in case he's launched torpedoes, I'm going to change directions. And now that we've got a break in the action, I decided to warn the team. By the way, a lot of the enemy fleet is a lot of enemy fleets coming from our northwest. But there's all the way down here now is that destroyer in this battleship, and that battleship is just taking a big salvo of torpedoes while he's trapped in the corner from our carrier. And now our battleships are ranging out. If we can get him out, we can turn around and face the rest of their fleet coming from the north, which will be important seeing as they're up by 2 ships. Yeah, there's some dive bombers and a fighter group that are poking around up there, seeing what they're up to. One of our carriers has finally realized he's no longer covering him and is trying to run. I think that's a Langley. He's not running anywhere. Alright, almost getting the gun range on this battleship. I'm really just trying to bring my guns to broadside here when he is taken out by one of our battleships. Sweet! Alright, priority number 1, find that destroyer. Because we have a big cluster of battleship and carrier down here, and he should be hunting them like a boss. And my battleships need to be... don't need to worry with the destroyer. So that's going to be my job. Find the destroyer, kill him, and then, hey, if I'm really lucky, I'll get to go carrier hunting. Because, carriers, yummy. Here, destroyer, destroyer, destroyer. This thing Omaha's good at. They're fast. They're almost as fast as most destroyers in the game. And their big, nasty guns mean that they can tear a destroyer apart in a hurry so long as you can avoid being ambushed. Because I don't care what you are, destroyer, battleship, cruiser, if you take either salvo torpedoes from a destroyer, you're just gonna die. Ooh, glimmer on the map. There he is, there he is, there he is.
I need fire support.
Try and aim where I think he's going, but there's an island there. I'm gonna fire anyways, just in hopes he'll score a hit. I did a really good job of trying to sink that island, didn't I? He disappears again. But I'm going to try shooting just over the side of the island with that little gap right there. And then keep up the pursuit. Now he can't see me anymore. I turn to try and cut off where I think he's going next. Now at this point, I really should be popping my scout plane to see if I can help increase my both my fire range and my view range to help find him. But there he is. I didn't quite guess right, but I guessed close enough. And yeah, that's gonna leave a mark. He's behind this little island for a moment, but it's just not big enough to shield him for very long before I can get another salvo out. Ooh, he's turning. He's trying to keep the island between him and me. I tried to aim ahead of where he is. Put another salvo in. Oh, someone fire again. Now he's really in trouble because he uses his consumable already to put out one fire. Now he's on fire again. And destroyers don't have a lot of hit points to spare. Aim where I think he was about to go aground there. I start aiming there, even though I've lost sight of him. Still in hot pursuit. Because if I can sink that destroyer, I'm betting my battleships can probably win this. Oh, I've completely lost him, sneaky little bastard. Oh, maybe he's right there. Chasing north. Oh, he burned to death.
Enemy destroyer blown up.
Sweet, and do I see? I see a carrier. I've had explosive loaded. Oh, he's behind an island. But he's headed kind of southwesterly. Now I launch my scout plane. Like, I do not want that carrier to escape my view for any longer than necessary. He needs to go. Kill him and my battleships. I don't say they'll reign supreme. There's still battleships on the other team, but should be a big help. And there he is. Pulls out from behind the island. I don't even saw me earlier, but right now he's in serious trouble. So we start off with high explosive. I'm trying actually to set him on fire so he can't do air operations very well. There, set him on fire once. But I notice I don't switch to high explosive. Instead, I wait for him to put the fire out while I hit him. And he just put the fire out, so now I just want to catch fire again. Now I killed an A gun. That's nice. Oh, there's a battleship moving on me. He's trying to rescue his carrier. So I can't afford to hold perfectly still. I start zigzagging to make myself a harder target. Oh, I just knocked out his engine. That's good. It's going to make it a lot harder for him to run. Now he's on fire again. He's on fire all over the place. Fire one less broadside of high explosive at him and switch to the armor piercing. I need him to die as quickly as possible so I can turn and deal with this battleship. Of course, it's not working out so far. I need to go. Shell's going a little bit lower to get his hull. Gosh, this is an island. Ah, there we go. His citadel hits. That's how we kill a carrier quickly. Your citadel, the poor thing to death. Oh god, the battleship. I was getting kind of close. Sweet, he's out.
Enemy aircraft
carrier
destroyed.
Battleship. Put the broadside armor piercing just because I got it. Load the high explosive and put the torpedoes in the water because he's that close. Alright. Woof. That's it. Nope. Oh god. Dodge. Dodge. Ow. Oof. Okay, that overpenetrated. I didn't get hurt too bad. Yeah, is he sailing in a straight line? That'd be nice of him. Burn, you monster! And see you in hell. Oh, yeah, that's fatal.
Enemy battleship foundered.
Ah, the Omaha. Never. Everyone calls this a bad ship. It's just being silly. And I got myself a Confederate high caliber medal with that.
Good game, everyone.
And I'm feeling pretty good about this one.
We'll go.
And there goes our last battleship. There's just a carrier left. Where could he be? This is another part where I wish I could figure out how to speed up the videos. Because we have 3 minutes and 20 seconds to find and sink him. And we have no idea where this carrier is. Matter of fact, he doesn't even have any air groups left. The Bogue on our team had the anti-fighter set, and he's been so lethal at killing off air groups that this guy's out of planes. And he's sitting in a corner somewhere, whimpering because he has no way of defending himself. And there's an entire fleet coming for him. I say an entire fleet, I say half a fleet coming for him. 3 battleships, 2 aircraft carriers, and my lovely Omaha. Isn't she pretty? And yeah, I have no idea how I got out of this with only having lost about 3,700 hit points. It's kind of ridiculous. Because a lot of times I take the Omaha and I do the exact same thing and I end up sinking to a single broadside from a battleship, whatever, because apparently my dodging was just not good enough. And there he is. There's the last enemy carrier. He's chilling in that corner up there. Found by a fighter group, which is a little bit unfortunate because, hey, you know, no way to immediately start sinking him, but that gets everyone turning in that direction. Realizing he's in trouble, the enemy carrier, I think it's a Bogue. No, it's a Zuhio? It's the Japanese Tier 5 carrier. And this guy had the anti-ship loadout, so he just kind of lost all his planes to our Bogue. You got the Clear Sky achievement. I think he shot down like 50 planes. It was something a little bit dumb. Sheer number of aircraft he shot down. I know, says the guy with the high caliber and the Confederate medals. And he got to torpedo the freaking battleship. Love this. Shoot over the mountain. And score hits. That one. Yeah, not so good. I'm trying to shoot over the mountain. Oh, I'm getting an alert. Is there an island? There. Oh crap, there's an island. I'm gonna try and navigate around from here. Nope. Too slow. And that, unfortunately, I think is gonna cost me my attack run on this Bogue, because I have to back. I have to lose all my speed. Back out. Yeah, try and put shells over the mountain, but now it's too tall. Good job. Kill him out. But that's alright. Alright. Regain our attack run, because he's going to come around that island just in a moment. All the aircraft are up here now. And here he comes, heaving into view. And yes, using armor piercing. I'm not worried about him shooting back at this point. We just need to die, because we have 38 seconds to kill him. That was what we needed. Citadel hits, lots of them, and down he goes. Whew. Well, wasn't that an exciting little bit of a match? Here's the post-game stats for that one. Omaha, 123 gun hits, 3 torpedo hits, 5 planes shot down, which I'm a little bit surprised by, 3 sunk, 7 fire set, 2 floodings caused, 6 Citadel hits, because, you know, it happens. It's kind of nice. I'm still figuring out how to aim well. Accomplished 2 missions on that one, which was also kind of cool. Did get a little bit of ram damage on the St. Louis, but you know, fine for damage. 5 credits and 3 experience. Gain back 1 for the damage in turn. You know, that's a pretty light ram, in my opinion. We'll take a look at it when we get to the other end. Take a look at the team score. Booyah, Omaha! All right, so this is like the best replay. This is the best game I've had yet in my Omaha, but these things are awesome. They do happen. It was a very fortunate one. Oh, okay, the Bogue got 37 fighter kills. Check that out. So he got the Clear Sky achievement. And then the Clemson, he's actually the guy who got First Blood and what was the other one? It was like First Blood and Devastating Strike on the unfortunate Nicholas you see down there, who got his detonation award for being blown up, for actually having his ammunition explode. Why do they give you that award? You're like, you just got embarrassed. You just blew up. Well, it's because it comes with a bunch of signal flags, 10 of them, whose only purpose is to guarantee that you cannot be blown up. I think that's actually really amusing. They say, well, you had some tough luck. Here's something to make you feel better, and so that it won't happen again for 10 battles of your choice. I kind of like that wargaming. I think that's kind of cool. Yeah, but there was some pretty cool stuff going on. You can check it out. Our guys got a lot of fighter kills, even outside of the Bogue. You can see a lot of people got 1, 2, or 5 aircraft. The other side just did not have the anti-fighter setup on their Honsho and their Bogue that our Bogue and our Hosho, hey, it's the exact same thing, did. Take a look finally at the detailed reports. So that's not a full list of all the ships I took on. I just tried to get a shot of that hunting down that Eastern Dragon and his destroyer and taking out Plastic Craft with that massive salvo of torpedoes. Check out the damage. 352 shots fired. 63 armor-piercing hits for 43,000 damage. 66 high explosive hits for 32,000 damage. Got me 7 fires for about 15,000 damage. A lot of that on that unfortunate Eastern Dragon guy. And even a little bit of flooding, though, the battleship I hit with it had so little hit points left that the flooding didn't really have much to do before he went down. But those torpedoes fired 3 hits, 24,000 damage. Torpedoes bring things down. Plus, threats on 3 dive bombers and 2 fighters to try and make the enemy aircraft carrier's life a little more difficult as he tried to sink me with dive bombers. I'm a cruiser, not a destroyer. We don't die that easy to dive bombers. Alright, little ram to the St. Louis. Ooh, I took 3 hull damage from it. I probably inflicted something like 20 damage to him with it because it was a pretty good T-bone. Unfortunate. I wish if I'd paid a little more attention, it would be a deal. Took 1 bomb hit for 1,700. Took 2 AP shell hits for 1,600. Yeah, so Omaha. You don't have much armor, so don't rely on it. Dodge! Don't hold still. And finally, credits and XP. Yay, premium account. 308,000 credits, losing, 5 of them to ramming. And 3,000 for repair, almost 4,000 for resupply. Not shown here is the fact that I also had a camo thing that cost me, I think, another 12,000 credits. But even after that, I mean, I'm still looking at about 329,000 credits going to my account. That's very nice. And it was my 1.5 times for the day, so I ended up getting 4,512 experience. A nice big jump towards my St. Louis. Not my St. Louis, my Cleveland. Dear God, the St. Louis was 2 tiers lower than this thing. What am I thinking? All right, anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed watching that game. Good game, and good night.